So, we've all been watching what's been happening in Charlottesville. So I'm going to make a very frank statement to white people. Not because I'm racist, not because I hate white people, not because I want the subjugation or the genocide or the eradication of white people, but because the only way that this gets fixed is if white people right now stand up and say something en masse. Not sit back and say, this has been existing for a long time, it's just now out in the open. Not sitting back and saying, well, what can I do about it? I don't know what to do. It's time for it to happen. Because let's face it, white people can either be the reason this continues or the reason this ends. For all the things that we talk about as far as Syria, we often talk about the victims, but we never talk about the people who remained silent while their countrymen were being bombed. They were all a part of the same country, but there were still people that could sit there or go to work or take their children to school or drink their coffee while they knew that there was a city being bombed in their country until certain people were eradicated. During Nazi Germany, it wasn't just the fact that the Nazis came to power. It was the fact that, yes, once again, white people decided to sit there and say, well, I know that my neighbors are being dragged off to the concentration camps, but what can I do? If I speak up, then they're going to drag me too. Well, guess what? They can't drag us all. And if you actually have some level of care for the people of color in your life, for the people that you know are sitting here terrified watching that shit happen in our country, or the people that are angry and enraged, and whenever we speak up, the police want to come out with riot gear and stop us at every single turn. It's your turn to speak up, because while it was white people being silent that allowed the Nazis to take power and continue the genocide that they were able to continue, it was also white people coming together and saying, hey, we have the power, so let's sign this Emancipation Proclamation. It was white people joining with black people that brought the Civil Rights Act to the fore, because the white people were in power. Call your senators, call your representatives, demand that this joke of a president actually uses Twitter to actually call out real terrorism that exists in this country, because guess what? White terrorism is more of a threat to this country than Islamic terrorism ever was. Do your part. Is it going to be easy? No. But anything that matters takes work. If this is not the America that we're saying we want to have, it's time for white people to stand up and to speak out and to say no more. Because we've been saying this forever. And for some reason, you don't want to hear our voice. So use yours and stop sitting back